Welcome to Venator Chronicles Podcast, a revolutionary podcast
Not really.
by two dudes learning how to hunt. I'm Ethan Taylor.
And I'm Dustin Jelly. Here, we take hunting serious, and ourselves, not so much.
So sit back, enjoy the laughs and lessons. Dude,
All right, we're here.
We're here. And we're on video,
We are on video.
which has been a hot second since we did that.
This is
Probably for a reason.
Yeah, that's true.
Nobody wants to see these faces.
What do they say? A face for radio?
Yeah.
Is that what people say?
Yep.
So we're in a new spot, which is going to be hopefully the podcast studio.
HQ.
Yeah, we'll still be mobile, of course, just like our hunting, but at least hopefully have a spot to land and hopefully sound and all that jazz improves with time. But anyways, post-season recap. Before we get started, we have Derek with us. Now you guys can see his face. Oh, he's looking at the camera too. David T. First time. Long time listener, first time guest.
David's
Glad
like,
to be here.
David's like, what am I doing here?
Yeah.
Isaiah, Pinch Point Killer, Ben, and then Dusty and I, as usual. Sweet.
Yeah, well, it's been a while.
Yeah, for you. Oh,
Yeah, it's been a long while.
Yeah, well, the reason that was great.
I almost thought I wasn't coming back.
Well, and we recorded those 3 podcasts in one night, so it just made it seem like you were sick for like a solid month.
Yeah.
before you were able to come
Sick,
back.
scared, afraid, all the above.
Yes, a lot of it. A lot of it. So, I think we start out with Dusty just trying to defend himself as we just absolutely crapped on you while you were gone.
Yeah. Yeah, where do we start?
I mean, first of all, Ben was chirping about the guns. Remember that?
No, that was Isaiah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was Isaiah.
Yeah. So something about that I
Isaiah's
didn't
like, give me that mic.
think about the efficacy of the 5.56 round.
That's
You
all
know,
I got.
I've worked through the feelings.
You had an editor's note on your
Yeah.
post, if I remember.
I think I was a little more hurt, a little more backstabbed when you were talking about what you felt like was my experience the first time a couple years ago doing a deer drive. And you're like, he was just a scared little boy.
I used the words. I may have inferred it, but I used the words.
I don't want to say he was scared.
But
He was a scared little
you were nervous.
Not so much nervous. It was
You
just
were worried
like,
about getting shot.
well,
That's
yeah.
a fair thing to be worried about.
Yeah, but
if
the
you
way
don't know
you
what's
framed
happening.
it was, well, it wasn't just what was happening. There were some people.
I thought I did great.
So plus, I had really no clue what was going on.
So maybe that's the perfect place to start, Dusty. Is your expectations like the first time you came out with us,
Yeah,
and then you had a chance to listen to the 3 podcasts before going out this year?
I tried.
Oh, well,
just
you
kidding.
at least made it seem like you did. Well, you do the.
I got to the first insult in each episode. I'm like, that's it. I'm done.
I'm done.
It didn't
I
take
can't
long.
do this.
Each episode did not take long.
No, it was like 5 minutes in.
Okay, so then, and then you obviously like were out with us this year.
Yeah.
So, expectations going into it based off of you had prior experience, and we did those kind of the preseason podcasts
Yeah.
with a little bit more structure to it. Yeah. What was that like?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, like, really what my expectation was the first time around a few years ago. Like, I thought there would just be, like, tons of deer to be killing and shooting. And,
Yeah, but
you know.
I usually set your expectations
yeah,
that way.
you're really good at setting the expectations high.
Super high. We used to see deer here, and here. We killed them all, but we also saw deer here, and here.
And so I think, I mean, that was such a weird year, like, because, like, I think I shot at, like, one deer that drive, and it was just, like, compounded with other frustrations. And I was like, that was just, at first I was like, this is stupid. It was chaotic and didn't know what was going on. And
And you were scared. It's okay. You can say it. You're in a safe space.
not so much scared. It was just like, man, like that reality of like, there was a lot of people with guns shooting in a lot of different directions, potentially.
Potential different directions.
Yes.
And having no clue like who anybody was.
Yeah, like
right?
I didn't.
Like you
I mean,
just shown up.
I've met you a couple times, and
had not heard all good things, so that makes sense.
How many years ago was this? Because like I
It
have a
was-
hard time remembering you. on
not
the
last
team.
year, but the year before. So it would have been like, 2 years ago.
Okay.
So I think I only came out one day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all it took.
Just judging us off of one day. Got it.
So,
But
not
there was there were still positive takeaways.
That
from
was-
that,
Oh no!
if I
Like it
remember
definitely sent me down a realm of diving back into the firearms world, so I have to thank you for that. So my wife probably doesn't, but
Or your bank account.
let's see. I don't know how many ARs I've built since then. So
Yeah, Isaiah. Were you the one? It was. Who was the one who said something about guns? It was hilarious.
when
About Dusty and his guns. I swore it was you.
No, because if I did, then you posted that comment.
yeah, and he was like,
And
no,
then
that
I
was Isaiah.
saying you made more guns.
Yeah,
than me
I
or
was.
owned
Yeah,
more,
I was
and I'm
like, I've built and owned more ARs than you.
And then we
And
put
Ben-
that straight though.
Yeah. I was like, all right, Ben might be a small arms dealer.
I'll bleep all that out. It'll be fine.
Yeah, please do.
Okay. All right. So then going into this year, then like that was kind of
Yeah.
like what you had come into multiple years ago. At this point,
A couple years ago. Yeah.
difference going in this year.
I was just ready to have fun. Plus, having what I thought would be a couple days. So, having more time to just go out and having all day and just, I think, less expectations of just like, I'm just excited to go hang out and hopefully shoot something.
Yeah.
So-
yeah, you didn't stay in that mindset the whole time. But
there's
boy,
moments.
you came out there
there's
right.
moments.
It was only 2 days. It took a half a day.
Yeah, well, one full day.
Yeah. So do we want to jump into Dusty's story right away, or do
No,
we?
we'll
we
work
gotta
into
figure
that.
out
We'll work into that.
Dave T. Oh yes, pass the mic. There we go. That is a high production
wanna
value. What do you wanna know? I'll let Ben ask the questions to Dave.
No, I mean, so along the same lines, just with Dusty. So you've been out with us. Well, I've actually been out with you, like when we were like 12 or 13 with your dad, and we're just sitting on the ground freezing, and you only had a gun, and I mean,
Watching a squirrel bounce
Yes.
around.
yeah, and then your dad constantly telling us to be quiet because
Yeah.
we're laughing at stupid
Good
stuff. But like, based on the hunting that you've done and grown up doing, and you've kind of always done the family thing, right?
Yep.
And then last year you actually came out and joined us for a few days with your brother Mark, and then this year kind of with a big switch. Last year we were testing out the going after bucks, and then this year actually really focusing on that, and then doing the podcast and really trying to get things dialed in just with Isaiah and Derek and the rest of the group, trying to be like, hey, how can we get more efficient at this? I guess, what was your expectation going in? And yeah,
Dude, let me just say, it's a whirlwind. It's so different from what I'm used to. Because growing up, yeah, it was the dad. You did all the long sits. You do the morning sit, the 4 hours. You go eat lunch, then you sit the rest of the day. So I morphed from that to Gary Krisak, a good friend of mine, which we used to do walk and stock. Mm-hmm. And it was kind of a different way to do it because it was two guys walking and stalking. Mm-hmm. So you would have like a 40-acre piece. You would have, usually it was like a hog's back or like a riverbed. Mm-hmm. And you'd walk two sides of it with two different guys, right? So the idea is you're going to shoot something if you see it, or if you kick it, the other guy will shoot it, right? And you'd walk in unison. That was my more style of hunting. And then doing these pushings, like with you, which was like going from a granny game of cards to like poker. I mean, it was crazy.
yeah,
And it really is. It's like duck hunting versus, the traditional deer hunting. You can talk for the most part if you're pushing.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
And you're
that's
screaming and,
interesting.
yeeting. I mean, if you didn't want to sit, you were cold, you could walk. And
Yep.
you'd have just as much fun.
yep.
So
How
that's,
much success did you guys have with like the 2-man team moving on?
we would shoot deer every year. I mean,
that's
we'd
awesome.
shoot 2 or 3 deer every year.
Yeah.
I remember in the height of the deer population in Wisconsin, there was competitions with my buddy and his dad. They shot over 10, 12 deer apiece.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was
That's
that
crazy.
bad.
The $2 doe tag days. Like
Yeah,
unlimited.
$2 exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's wild.
It was crazy.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Yeah, guys, unbelievable.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome, dude. That's. I mean, I think even for me, like it's changed since last year. We've had this like adding the structure, like having the conversations before the season, and it's still. I think it'll always be evolving, but to have it, and we'll talk like more details later. But to see the progression even from last year with a little bit more intention and a little bit more conversation and getting together and like Ben to structure. He's making SOPs essentially
Yeah.
of what we're supposed to be
Well,
doing.
I would say like even from that one day I went out a few years ago, which was the year right before you started to like shift things around to this year. Like it felt like way different, like a lot more organized and like precision too on here's what we're doing and why we're doing it versus like again, this is just like me in a whirlwind of things, but it was like, all right, here you go here, here, and here. We're just going to drive deer and shoot whatever moves. Versus this time, it was like, no, you're here, here, and here. We're pushing this way, and we are expecting something to come through here.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was like a lot more intentional.
Dude, I think I think is from a safety standpoint and from clarity, having
Yeah.
the iPad out,
Oh yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you had it all season, but the days that I think I made it out 4 of the days, 5. Anyway, 4. Yeah, but like to every
got a
it was,
spreadsheet.
it was great. So like we'd be driving in the truck, and if the truck stopped, you're like, "Oh, are we getting out?" And it was like you didn't know. And then like as soon as you see Ben get out with the iPad, you're like, "All right, we're at the deer drive." Like that's what it was. We would totally base it off of that, and then rock and roll. So I mean, this is going to bring it probably into a big topic. Unless you want to, did you have any follow up questions for David?
Did you listen to the podcast?
Yeah, David, did you?
Oh, I did all of them.
Oh, ooh.
You know, like I said before this started, I've never listened to a podcast. So I was like, do I really, I'll do it. And then I got hooked on it. And then I'm like, man, this is actually really cool.
That's awesome.
So thank you for that. Now I'm addicted.
Hopefully, I mean, ours is the only one that's like that. Just stick with us.
Yeah, you're subscribed, right?
Actually, I don't even know if I am.
Oh man,
Everyone has to
sorry.
give me their phones before they leave.
you have to make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah, good plug. Good plug.
Thank you.
That's hilarious, actually. That first podcast, all right?
Hey,
Sick,
I mean,
sick.
started off with the best.
Yeah.
It does help when you travel out of town for work. So for 2
Dude,
hours, I'll
yeah.
just listen to it.
Yeah.
And then it's like, there's only 3 episodes that are with Ben in it. I gotta get more.
And I got to listen to the rest.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, the thing that's weird, like, is having such a big group do a podcast.
Yeah.
Like, that is challenging in itself. And I mean, obviously, anybody who, like, when you're just hanging out with a bunch of guys, like, the wild game feed that you were able to go to, it's just like, it feels normal and not, like, whatever, but having big groups is crazy. So I thought they came out really nice for what it was.
Always room for improvement, though, Ben. Right?
Yeah. Oh, so many things that would have
Ben's
changed.
critique and everything. He's like, "You gotta do this differently, this differently, this differently."
I'm like, my voice, can you edit that? Make it
Yeah, well-
deeper like Dave's.
I tried, but then David's gonna be like,
I say you can chime in
yeah.
your voice.
Oh, yeah. Do we want to pass it to Isaiah? How are you doing, Isaiah?
It's been rough.
Do you want to share with the class?
Depends. Is my wife gonna listen to this?
Doubtful. Our wives don't listen
Yeah,
to this.
our wives quit listening after first
Episode
half,
1.
Yeah, half of the first episode.
No. Long story short, poor planning. Dusty brought this. Poor planning. My kid was born 2 days into deer season. So yeah, I got a hunt for 2 days, and there was no snow on the ground, so it was kind of like the 2 opener days when we basically was just hoping to see something, and I saw 2 deer I could get shots off on, and that was my season. So
I'm gonna cry for you.
yeah,
That's so brutal.
pretty
That's so
rough.
brutal.
Just watching your guys' messages come through,
Yeah.
and being like,
Oh,
I was very, very tempted to just leave the group chat, but I was torn between I wanted to be a part of it,
yeah,
but it was just
yeah.
just
it's like
twisting the
self-development.
knife in the back.
You're like, how could you guys?
And that's why when Dusty ended up getting that nice one we'll talk about later, I was like, you need to stop by my house. I need to see this at
we did.
least.
And
And you
we
did.
did.
And you
Yes,
did.
Team effort.
I cried after you left, but
Dude, it's kind of like that day that Derek is like, you know what, I need to just spend some time with the family and just, I just feel like I need to. And then he comes back and there's these 3 nice bucks in his garage. He's like,
the one day.
the one day.
The one day you
The
didn't make it.
one day.
Was that last? Yeah, that was last year.
that was last year,
Yeah,
yeah.
Derek missed. For those watching on YouTube, he missed shooting this one, and this one, all of the same day. The one day.
no. He was there for this one. He pushed this one to me.
okay.
Yep.
I think it was your 9.
Yep.
Oh
it's
yeah,
that
because
line.
these two were the same day.
Yep. that
Yeah.
Okay,
day.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd come home and my daughter was like really going on about how she hadn't seen me, and so like, knife in the heart. I'll take a day off, and then
I mean, it's
Yeah.
probably still for the best long term,
probably, yeah,
but
probably.
in the hunting sense, ooh, it's tough.
Well, I mean, it's rough because like all the preseason work you did, like with the shooters, and then just like talking about the deer season, what we can do, and make all the plans, and then it's like just to get it cut off like that. It's
Yeah,
like,
I
I'm
was
happy
hoping-
that you know.
I
your
was
wife's-
hoping he would bake a little bit longer, but
Well, I mean, I think even like we were talking about earlier, even more than that, like anyone who's trying to plan ahead, like you were also making choices off of like, I'm not going to go do this, this, and this for me, and then. And to build up, where you call it good grace,
Brownie
call it
points or something.
brownie points, good graces, whatever. Where it's like I'm going to say no to a bunch, so that
Yeah.
this is like my 9 days.
yeah, skip duck season, goose season. Didn't go hunting for grouse. Wanted to be sure that my wife was taken care of.
Yep,
and
yep. Good
yeah,
man. And then you went and made sure that baby was taken care of.
yeah, and then yeah, that's what happens. I
So,
guess.
so what did we learn?
So what did we learn?
Plan
Vasectomy.
babies.
We should just have a chart, a calendar that's blacked
Yeah,
out.
yeah. Here's the dates.
Add this to the hunting calendar of when people can reproduce.
Yeah. Here's the month you need to avoid.
Yeah, just give a blackout month.
Yeah.
That'd be perfect.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. Well, I'm glad you made it tonight, Isaiah.
Yeah.
And we've got, even though you weren't out for super long, I'm very excited to dive into.
And I missed the after party.
Yeah.
That's another.
That's tough too.
Yeah, that was
Very
rough.
tough.
No, so did these guys.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so did we.
I thought my plans were open that night, and then apparently they weren't.
And then Desi didn't text Ben.
That was great.
No, that's right. 'Cause
I'll text Dusty just to make sure he knows the location.
like, I thought I texted, and then I looked back. I was like, oh no. I
Like,
texted
texted
just
Ethan.
Ethan. I thought it was the Ethan and Ben. Nope, it was just Ethan.
It happens to the best of us.
Communication.
My
guys.
bad.
I had a kid's birthday party. Sorry, Ben.
Yeah,
I'm
who planned
planning
that?
2 days ahead. I gave you 2 weeks. That's right.
Next year.
It's for tier 1s anyway, so.
Oh, shall we? Shall we, Ben? Early?
No.
This
No,
early?
no,
Not
no,
yet? Okay. All right. Believe it. Are we naming names? All right.
Well, this doesn't get hurt as much getting stabbed in the front versus the back. So
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, don't worry. Derek has brought some tourniquets in case.
all right.
I do have some.
On you right now.
Yeah, and just to add in the 2 days I was out there, we talked, there's no snow, and I saw one decent buck, and we're getting into this, right? I can.
On the
Yeah, dive on there.
the Wendigo
on the
deer?
Yeah, well, those two. Yeah,
Okay.
I got those 2 deer I got shots off at. And those are the only 2 deer I could get shots off at this year. Well, we saw a buck skirt across the road, and it was running left to right through open pines.
Mm-hmm.
So we hop out and run into the woods, and it's still running left to right, can't get a shot, and it stops behind. It's probably like 150, 200 yards, something like that.
Yeah.
So well within range, but it stopped behind.
Pull the mic just a little bit away from Will. I know.
Stop.
I'm that guy.
You're
I'm sorry. I
We'll
gotta
give
deal
you
with
this
this
sign.
sign.
No. So
This is pull the mic away. This is bring it forward.
This is why we don't record. This is why.
I'm just gonna have like a black box.
Video evidence.
yeah.
I'm sorry. You're doing great.
So it stops behind rows of pines, and all I can see is it's like neck and head. And so I go to line up a shot, and I'm like, oh, it's a buck, so I'm not going to shoot it in the head. And so I drop it a little bit lower, and I'm squeezing through. Shot's about to break. boom, and it turns right behind the pines. And so it's just a clean miss. I went checked for blood and everything. So I was feeling pretty bad about that already.
This is day one, you said?
Yeah,
think it's
yeah,
day
I
one,
think it was
yeah.
day
Okay.
one.
Okay.
Yeah, so then that just adds salt in the wound. Not knowing my kid was going to be born yet, right?
Yep,
So
yep.
no snow, so already bad enough. And then to miss that buck, and then I guess I hit a doe,
Allegedly.
allegedly.
You're talking about the Wendigo, right?
Yeah, the one, the
Dude,
Wendigo
dude, this
deer.
is gonna be so we're gonna have to work through this because hearing it firsthand from you guys and being able to ask the questions, we're gonna have to do it all over again because it took me a long time to even be as confused as you guys without being like they just missed something. They missed something. Like there's
They
something
missed,
obvious they totally
they
overlooked
drove.
because you just you're trying to wrap your mind around it and you cannot
Yeah.
do it. So
I,
tell
fe-
us-
I felt like I lost time. Like the time from when I shot the deer
was a
to
glitch.
when I was standing where it should have been, I felt like I lost time.
Maybe hit a time, break in time.
Yeah, glitch in the
It
matrix.
was it's the weirdest experience I've ever had, like shooting
cracks.
anything.
Yeah, so let's dive into it, okay?
Okay.
This is the story of the Wendigo deer.
So there I was.
5 miles back in the woods.
It was it the same day I shot that buck, or
No,
was
it was the next day.
the next day? So the
Yeah.
next day. So not knowing it, this was my last day of hunting.
Just reference it every sentence.
Yeah, so he sees some deer on the right side of the road in rows of pines. Pretty open, a little bit of brush, but not much. Not enough to hide in. So we all bail out. And who was there? Me,
Owen.
Owen, Mikey. Was it Mikey?
Yeah, it was Mikey.
And Mikey. So I got witnesses.
Got receipts.
Got receipts. So we hop out of the truck, and they're in these rows of pines. We run up, and this is all gravel road. And this deer's just staring at me. Like it's probably 7 yards to 5 yards.
Away from you?
Not moving.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one even backed you up.
No one backed
They're like,
me up.
"This thing's dead."
This thing's dead.
So
This is textbook.
how far did you shoot it? At 7 yards?
Like I was eye level
Yeah.
from me to maybe 7 yards.
Okay.
Let's just say height of report came into effect. Like I had to aim above its head to hit it.
Jeez.
It was the
that
dumbest deer
close.
I've ever seen.
Well,
The dumbest deer.
early
Like, I'm
season,
staring
guys.
at its
Give me-
eyes, and it's not moving. It's just looking at me in the eyes. I'm just
Yeah.
like,
You're like, do I go for
Bringing
a
my gun
knife
up.
kill?
yeah. It was the weirdest thing. It was standing completely still, just looking at me, while other deer are running off. I think in the background.
Yep.
So, just get me scared. I'm just kidding.
He's like, goosebumps already, guys. Goosebumps already.
So I'm like, I had the time
gonna
to think.
send this
Okay,
into Mr.
make sure I
Baller.
aim a little bit. I aimed at the top of its head, just to make sure. If I'm gonna hit it somewhere in the head or in the neck or right in the throat. I pulled the trigger. The deer puff a hair and everything shoots out of the back of this deer's neck. Like from what Ben saw, from what other people saw, it hit
Tons
it like
of hair.
Tons of hair. I saw it. Everyone saw it drop.
Say it like he's defending his honor.
Drops in his tracks.
Well-
just like we've seen before with
No,
every
I
other deer
count this
shot.
as a lost deer because it is a lost deer, right? And so it's frustrating, but
Not
it's also
lost,
like
it's
I
just-
still don't know how it happened because I see it. I've shot many deer this way. See it and it hits it like right here, blows out the back of its neck, hair, whatever,
Big poof of hair.
big poof of hair. Everyone sees it drop, and then another deer starts running from left to right behind it, probably another 30 yards back. And so Owen,
And you're already at 7 yards.
yeah, from the
seven-
deer,
from
and
the-
there's no
7
brush.
years
Let me get this
away.
straight. There's like no
I just
brush.
want to make sure for the listeners, this is
Yeah.
crystal clear.
There is
7 yards.
zero brush where this deer is.
Yes.
So I shoot that deer. I watch the hair. Everyone watches it drop. I look down at it. Okay. Owen runs
Was it
around
kicking or anything?
Yeah, it was like death
Okay,
kicking on
like
the ground.
death-
Like
yeah, death
it's
throes.
its back legs
Yeah.
are kicking and that's it.
Yeah.
And then it
Right?
stops.
And then it stops. Owen runs past it to try to get a shot
How
on this
far
other
away
deer.
past it, for the record? Give or take.
Like 5 yards.
Back-
if
oh,
that.
past
back
it.
close?
Owen sees it on the ground.
Okay.
He's like, okay, that's a dead deer. He runs up to get a shot at the other deer. I look from where the deer is up towards the other deer that's running left to right. I bring my gun up and can't get a clean shot, so I don't take it.
And is Owen past you already?
Owen, yeah, he like went kind of around my deer on the left.
Okay.
So he's looking at the deer this way, and it's over here, like it's
Yeah.
to my right now.
Okay.
Mikey's to the right. Owen's to the left. You're in between
center.
them.
Yeah,
Okay.
and Ben, are you getting the truck at this point?
No, I'm literally watching all this go down.
Okay.
And I'm just like,
So Ben's watching it go down.
Sick.
I look up.
Ben's on Overwatch. Got
Yep.
it.
I look up to try to get a shot of this other doe. Can't get a shot. I look back down. My deer's gone. It's probably about 2.5 seconds between my eyes leaving that deer, looking at this other deer, and then looking back down.
and then
So weird.
And
And you're watching all this go down.
I'm watching this. Yeah. So like,
So, like-
I see Owen go up past, and I see Mikey, and I'm like, okay, this is textbook. So I drive. I was probably 30 yards back from where they were in the not from in the woods, but from the road up to where they were, because
Got
they
it, yep,
walked
yep,
up at an
yep.
angle. So I'm like, oh, deer's down, at least one of them. Owen's chasing deer. Probably not gonna get him, so I'll just drive up. I pop the tailgate. I look at Isaiah, and he's like, "Where's the deer?"
Yeah. I was like, where's the deer? Like, I genuinely didn't know what happened because it was like I saw it, looked up at other deer, looked back down, completely gone. And I'm like, where's the deer?
Oh.
And Ben's like,
my
I didn't.
gosh.
And
he's
you're
like, I never saw
between
it.
two guys.
Yeah.
That would like and,
Yeah.
and like
And it,
we've all been hunting long enough. That
Yeah.
Movement catches.
Oh yeah,
your eye.
you're
like
tuned in.
Yeah.
I
You're
mean,
tuned in.
like,
You're looking for these deer.
this thing
Like,
just
especially if they're at.
gone.
and it
Right
didn't
at
and
your
it didn't
feet.
cross the trail that I was on.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, so then the
Time warped.
investigation begins,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so what did you do after the deer is magically disappeared?
Well, yeah. So I asked Ben, where's the deer? And he goes, like, what? Like, he's dropping the tailgate. And I'm
Pull
looking
up to
around
him.
on the
Like,
ground.
what do you
And I'm
mean?
like, I don't know where this deer is. And I'm looking for.
In most cases, Ben would have had it loaded by then, so that's
Yeah,
where I thought
that's what
maybe
I'm
he
saying.
knew, he
Yeah.
might have known, but not yet.
Yeah.
well, out of time, you're like, did you already grab it?
I was like, is your.
Is this a joke? Am I being
I-
punked?
I-
Ashton, where are you?
I literally was almost like frozen. I was like, what just happened? Like, where's this deer at? And so, like, yeah, sometimes I've had deer, you shoot them, they crawl under brush, or they look for something to kind of kick into and into some thick stuff. But there was like no thick stuff. And so I start looking at any patches that I think, oh, maybe it like crawled into
Yeah,
another
yeah,
row or
yep,
something.
yep.
But it's like pretty open.
Yeah.
And like, I don't see anything. And so we start looking for hair.
The big puff of hair,
The big puff of hair. Everyone saw it, boom, it dropped.
Yeah.
Couldn't find any hair.
or where it was kicking on the ground.
Or where it was kicking on the ground.
Really?
There's
nothing.
literally like no evidence
All right,
of this
now I
deer
got
existing.
goosebumps.
Yeah, it was just zero
Dude.
evidence this deer ever existed.
And this is what annoys me so much. It just doesn't sound like, it just sounds like, oh, you guys you let a deer run off.
Yeah, you sound
But
like
it's the thing is,
This deer was like surrounded by people.
it had nowhere to go.
It had nowhere to go. One of us would have seen it.
Well, the
get
fact
up
that
and
you
run.
can't even find a spot where it was kicking.
See, that's the part that is the weirdest
That's
to
the
me.
freaky part.
The freaky part, the weird part to me is genuinely what Dusty's saying. It's like to not see where it was kicking or to find like a puff of hair anywhere. Like that to me
Guys,
makes it so weird.
We literally went 4 feet apart, and we walked down these rows.
Just grid
We
search.
just like for any sign that there's a deer that was
Yeah.
ever here.
We grid
And it's,
searched
it's
the
not
area.
like
Couldn't
it's not
find it.
like you guys don't know what to look for.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's-
especially after some of the tracking that was done this
Yeah.
season.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
you know what to look for with deer.
Yeah, no blood, no hair, no evidence that deer was there. And it was the strangest thing because then I'm like trying to think. I'm like, that deer's just.
Did I just imagine this whole thing?
Well, that was the thing. I literally was like, am I in the
Dude.
Matrix? What
Oh
just
my
happened? Like, it was
gosh.
just gone.
That's crazy.
What's even more bizarre is like we've shot most of the deer, if they're not running, in the neck or head, and it's always drop, and that's all that's to them.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was textbook. I was like, boom, that's a dead deer. I can look up at this one, and then I look back down, it's gone.
Well, 2.5
And
seconds.
no one even backed you up because it's like
That deer's
there's no
dead.
point. This is
Yeah.
like 7 yards. So then we made a new rule: everyone backs up no matter what.
Well, that was the thing. It wasn't even like a thought in my head to shoot it again when I saw it on the ground because there's no point. Like, it was a dead deer.
Yeah.
Dude, okay.
Well, 7 yards away.
So I show
I'm
up.
looking at
There.
it, dead.
Pow, pow,
I
pow,
look
pow.
up, gone. Like, I
Dude, all I'm going to say, go listen to Blurry Creatures if you want another good podcast. Blurry Creatures.
one.
Yeah,
Dusty's
see?
just going to be inundated. Okay,
So
so
Nephilim.
literally, yeah. So I
Next
come out.
episode.
Yes.
We're diving into it.
We're going full barrel and hatchet mode today.
Another good one.
Yes. Another good podcast.
Are you? You know what
Good
podcast I listen
YouTube channel too.
What's that?
Good YouTube channel too.
Yes.
Collab.
Great. Yep. Ooh, that would be fun.
We'll cover this story.
All right.
I have no
Anyhow.
idea. Anyway,
Did we just become best friends?
I think so.
And then I'm running this back through my head, and I'm like, I really took my time on that shot because there was zero. It was the dumbest deer I've ever seen.
I was wondering why.
It was just like looking me in the eyes, and I'm like, and yeah, I could understand like people are like, why isn't she shooting in their head? Because like I like put it on its head, and I was like, oh, a little bit higher. Okay, that looks good. Slowly squeeze through the trigger. Boom! It's like straight in line, 7 yards, to easy.
Dude, this
That's why you always got a mag dump. That's just my
And-
philosophy,
well, this
boys.
this kind of like weirdly ties in with the little experience my oldest daughter's boyfriend had leaving our house one night. Because we get deer coming through our yard all the time, and it was like 10 o'clock, and he went to leave. And apparently, as he got out to his car, there was a few deer, like 4 or 5, and all but one like took off and running, but one came like running at him,
What?
and then like he hurried up and got into his car and just like turned the lights off, and then it like disappeared. Yeah, vanished. So, like, I was like, oh, okay, interesting. But, dude,
Yes.
I don't know. It's kind of weird.
So theories wise, I don't know what we're working with here. I was like, Bigfoot was up in a tree, reached down,
Yeah.
grabbed it, pulled it up, gone, portal open,
UFOs.
Yeah,
swallowed
time
the
portal,
deer.
man. Cracking time.
we were
Something
rattled.
there was someone that dug a trench underground and reached up through a tunnel and pulled it on. Like I don't know.
So
It was just the weirdest thing.
covered its tracks.
Yeah.
Dude, this is your last
Mole
day.
people, yeah.
Mole
UFOs,
people.
man.
Nice. Yeah, there you go. You're gonna say it, so I'll say it now. So the next day, your last day, rest in peace, hunting day. I come out before daylight, and we're all getting ready, and Isaiah's just like walking, like he just looked pissed. He looked pissed is what happened. And then Ben's like, dude, you're not going to believe it. And they start telling me the story, and we're like all getting our gear ready. And Isaiah's like, make sure you got your bullets dipped in holy water. He was just like so. I would have been. I'd be just. I'm rattled that I didn't even shoot at it. Like,
Yeah.
I would have been
Like,
so
dude, that's
confused.
weird.
Where you feel so confident.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was the
And
fir-
have
your first
witnesses.
day, yeah.
I mean, that's
Yeah,
the
and
thing
this thing,
too.
it's not like you just
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, if
lack
it was
of
just me
sleep.
there and I did that, I'd be like, oh, well, I must have just missed it. I must have just got up and ran.
David, pass
David's
the
got
mic.
tingly fingers.
I have to
Does this
say
mean
something.
Remember,
Mike?
David. Remember,
Just-
and this will be how I tell you
Oh,
further or closer.
okay.
No, you're good. Where you
Okay,
had it was
good.
great.
Yep.
Yeah, you
Okay,
did
good.
great.
I had to say this because I was thinking about the other podcast you guys had against Luke.
Oh,
Wait,
hold on.
Not be dead. Or I would be dead. I'm like, yeah.
It wouldn't have a head.
It would never happen.
Did
You
you
would never
phrase
have
it?
that
That podcast you had against Luke.
Oh my gosh. Is
David.
that the vibe you got?
He rode in the truck too long with Luke. That's what happened. He's been poisoned.
I just had to say it.
You've
the
been
whole
poisoned,
podcast was
David.
against me.
I mean, that deer was dead. I just don't know where it went.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Yeah, every
But that's
deer I've
how I
lost is
cope.
also dead.
Yeah. Well, that's the first deer I've lost in years. Like, of actually, like, shooting and hitting a deer.
Yeah.
Like, not a clean miss. That's
Yeah.
the first deer I've shot and not been able to find.
Well, at least it was on something.
in that
under-
circumstance, I'm like,
I was gonna say, at least it's in an understandable circumstance, running 250 yards.
wait, what?
You were in the worst possible circumstance for lose a deer with being at 7 yards.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. You
insanity.
don't drop a deer at 7 yards and hardly any brush, and then have it disappear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Without something weird.
I don't know when we say hardly any. There was zero brush.
Yeah.
There was brush like
Further back.
Further back, like
Okay.
30 yards.
Ben was writing out like
was-
he showed me a map on the whiteboard.
I drew a map. I'm like, I don't think you understand.
He's like, you need to see in like timeline of events and everything. I was like, I wanted to understand because I'm trying to poke holes in it. And like the best thing I could ever I didn't know if you had to walk and like you know how like sometimes when you got an object and like you're both moving and you happen to have like an object in between you and it just keeps it like that. And I'm like trying to figure out how to solve this thing and I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, Isaiah.
Yeah. Well, I
So-
can't do it. I don't know what's
So
going
it will now. I don't know if we want to say live on or be the Wendigo deer.
on. No.
Dude,
Well,
that's definitely the Wendigo
so that's,
deer.
yeah. And then I went out, the next day, saw a deer, couldn't get a good shot. That was pretty much the end of my season. So I was pretty rattled at the end.
Were you out that whole day, or did you have to leave early?
So I did the first day, whole day.
Mm-hmm.
That was the
Buck.
Yeah. Well, he came out the next day, right? And so technically the doe would have been on the first day if I told him about the next day, right?
Oh,
So it was
yeah.
those 2 deer on the first day, and then he came out and the next day, and yeah, that was it.
That's tough. That's tough. Let's do a moment of silence.
That's
For this deer.
moment of silence.
All right, you're depressing. Give the mic to me.
I'm aware.
No, I
Dude,
feel,
overall-
we feel
over there.
bad. We
Overall, it was a weird season. Like, you got the Wendigo
Dude.
deer, you got like no snow in the beginning, and then we're hunting in the rain,
Dude.
and then it
yeah,
goes to like, oh
two
man,
days of
Hey.
hunting in the rain.
yeah, and it's like, oh man,
Was
it'd be
it
nice if we had
rain?
some
How about-
snow.
I have a story too, because I've hunted with my brother
Yeah.
first 2 days in Shell Lake. My brother shot at 3 deer, didn't hit any of them. Had 3 great opportunities. And we're like, it must be the gun. We shot it. That thing was like sub MOA at 100.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, it's gotta be you. So then we,
Which would be the natural progression of things.
well, I didn't
As a
say it, I'm like,
generous.
well, something happened. Wind.
Yeah, Wind took that bullet at 50 yards.
Yeah, but then we go out with Ben that one day, and he had a doe, and it was 70, 80 yards. It was, a distance.
Yep.
Free
Said
hand,
broadside.
okay.
Yeah.
But he said he stood there, and he shot at it 5 times, and then it walked away. And I'm like, you hit that deer. You hit that deer. We walk, and we found the footprints.
Maybe these deer are psyops, things from the government.
Yeah, dude, like
they're
the
not
birds.
real.
Like the birds.
Yeah, they're like
Yeah.
holograms.
We'll cover that in our other
Oh,
podcast.
it might be holograms.
They're just big puffs of fur, and there's
Yeah.
no body. You just
Yeah.
have fur. But anyways, so he had a really bad season, but he ended up shooting a little 4. So
Dude, that's
Dude, but deer's reaction, like I was talking about that 9-pointer that Brittany and I shot.
yes.
That was another
It was a
bizarre
long,
thing.
many moons ago. Long
Like,
time ago.
Right when Owen was born, Seth, my brother Seth, set me up in a tree with 2 strap-ons.
Hang on, stands.
Hang on, stands.
Oh man, that's a visual I did not need to have.
We're here to help.
For me and my
clarify.
For me and my wife. All right, so he put these.
getting worse.
So he put the pegs super close together so we could climb up this tree together, okay? And it's difficult for her. Anyways, we get up into the stand. So it's like a really good area. I think it was around the area that he shot his like 184 in or whatever. And so we're sitting there. All of a sudden, are you recovering?
Stop laughing because it's making me laugh.
I'm dying right now.
It was just like one after another.
You talk to him. He's the stand-up comedian. Oh no, you're holding it together.
Anyways, we shot a deer, so.
Great story.
No, okay, all right. Give me like 2 seconds.
All right.
Great lead up.
All right. So we're side by side in this tree in the stands, and this deer, this 9-pointer walks out with a broken tine on it, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna shoot this thing on 3, and I'm like 1, 2, 3, and we both shoot, and the deer doesn't react. And then I'm like, shoot it again. So we shot again until like it ran off. I'm like, that was weird. I'm like, did we both just literally completely miss?
Yeah.
And then a doe comes in, and then she's like, should I shoot it? Like, we just shot it. I'm like, yeah, shoot it. So she shot.
We
shot
just
that.
missed a buck. Shoot that too.
So
So hold on there, Ben. This was on like Z.
Okay, David.
I'm not telling you.
we don't give
I'm
out
not telling you
The reason I
anything.
asked is because back then you were using a 30-06, weren't you?
I was using a 30
Just ask that
Yes.
question.
30-06.
thank you.
Hey,
And
this
then
is
We
so
don't,
she's
we don't
using
talk
the
about
30.
locations. That's
I'm
a
sorry.
podcasting
These
scene.
are very
Drop the
big
pin.
area. Anyways,
He was just
like,
wondering what
just
period
to
of
let
time.
the viewers be like, this isn't 223. This isn't
No,
like,
no.
oh, I got stung by a bee.
What's
Yeah,
wrong
no.
with the 223? I thought it was.
He's just clarifying, knockdown power.
Yeah, so I had a 30-06 with a scope. She had a lever action 30-30. And so when we get down, found the doe right away because we saw it, where it went down. And then we went up to where the buck was, where we shot at it. And then there was like blood everywhere. Like, okay, we hit this thing. Well, we go up to it, and the backside has like a 8 by 8 inch patch of like fur completely missing. There's 5 bullet holes in it.
Oh,
From
the
the-
guts, but the 5 holes.
5
Just
holes
kidding.
within that, and it literally just blew the hair completely off the backside. But it's
And it
like
just
it did
stood
not
there.
react to us shooting it. It was super bizarre. No death kick or anything. I was like, it literally let us shoot
What
5
in
times
the
at
world?
it.
That's
I'm like,
crazy. And
Dude.
David, that actually was a very good question. Just
Yes.
don't
Yeah.
pose it by location.
It was 5 miles north.
Longitude
No,
and
that was- yeah, because
latitude.
Yeah, that obviously would make a massive difference. That's wild.
yeah.
That's wild.
That's crazy.
Jeez.
No, everyone's trying to think of cool
You know,
deer
what, you know
stories.
what's more
Well,
crazy?
Okay, yes.
Is the stabbing that happened during deer season.
Oh,
yeah. We should.
Yeah,
we
and
should-
the, and
why not
the
cover
out
it?
of nowhere text post and saying, make sure you guys have your tourniquets, and some dude in the hospital wrapped up in a bandage and thinking,
Yeah, let's
who
back
the
it up.
heck got shot? No context to any of it other than hospital picture, make sure you have your tourniquet.
Oh my
Wear
god.
your body armor when you come out.
Yeah, yeah.
Put
So
your plate carriers
was that
on.
you that texted? Is this somebody in the hunting group or somebody?
Yeah.
Somebody that
No, that wasn't me. It was somebody else. I was like, what happened? I'm just thinking, who got shot?
All right.
And you're also thinking, I'm not coming out.
All right, Derek. Get ready to talk right into that mic because the stage is yours
this
for
is-
this one.
How's that sound?
Oh,
So good.
Everyone quiet.
Yeah, so we're butchering. We're almost done. It was late, a long day. Was that? It was raining, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was middle
or
of the
no,
weekend.
that was when the
It's
the
snowstorm
storm the
just started.
snowstorm was coming in.
Yep.
So we're like, all right, let's get everything done. Let's get everything wrapped up because you guys wanted to go home. I wanted to get in the house. So I'm like on the last leg, cutting the shank, and I'm using like my favorite boning knife. It's a Victorinox with a real fine point, and
I'm like going fast, and all of a sudden I like feel it hit my bone, and then it was like that initial like, I just stabbed myself, so I just pulled it
Where
out
was
quick,
it? Where'd you hit it for those listening?
right in the wrist,
Right.
And
in
so
the
like
wrist.
it stabs in. It's the initial like, bone, pull it out, and then it's just like geyser
going everywhere in the garage.
And I'm like, and Ben, you were in the house already, and so I think Micah was next to me, which he told me the next time he was out. He's like, I knew you stabbed yourself before I even saw it because I could hear it spraying out of you.
Jeez
And I was like, that's wild.
Because it was like actually like pulsating, right?
Oh, it was like it was going everywhere.
dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw some videos from Isaiah. Thank you for
Yeah,
showing up for that.
so-
That was like, I was like,
That's a lot of blood.
Yeah.
it's a lot of blood.
So I grab, I like cover it,
Yeah.
and then it's just like pouring down my arm. So then I had some paper towel in there and grabbed paper towel, throw it on, couldn't get it to stop. So then I'm like, oh, well, this isn't great. So I go in the house, and my initial thought is I'll just wrap it up and we'll throw some pressure on it and it'll stop and I'll be fine. Because like I never go in for anything. It's more of like just wrap it up, you'll heal up.
Yep.
Throw some glue on it or something. So then Ben's in the house, and I'm like, Ben, need you to grab something because I stabbed myself and I'm bleeding pretty good. So you grabbed, I think you grabbed more paper towel.
Yep.
And we're like really trying to get it to stop. Still isn't stopping.
It's like completely
Well-
saturating.
Oh, yeah,
When
it's-
when you came in, you like more paper towels. I'm like, I didn't know what was going on, so I got you paper towels, and then you take it off to put the new stuff on, and it's literally just like a freaking water fountain going out. I'm like, we need something thicker, and I
Yeah.
told your wife to grab a thick rag.
Yeah, so my wife comes over. She's got a rag. Same thing, trying to get it to stop. It's like saturating everything, running out. Well, I have a tourniquet in my leg pocket. I'm like, well, we got to get this tourniquet on then. So Brittany, your wife was there, and she's got EMT training. So she's like, yeah, we got to get this tourniquet on.
She's like, I've been waiting for this moment.
She's like, oh, all this training to this moment.
like, yes, at last.
So she throws the tourniquet on, and like that sucked. But then we get in, and my wife was like pumping full of adrenaline, so she's like not letting go of my arm either, and she's like,
two tourniquets.
she's like as much pressure as she can hold on my arm. So we get in the truck and start heading to town.
Tailgate open.
Yeah, so my wife is holding pressure from the time we left my house until the edge of Superior.
Jeez.
Like full grip
And
pressure.
how far of a drive is that?
half 20 minutes, half hour.
Okay.
I mean, you were going good, but it was
I was
starting
going up to like 90 because when we called the cops, we were
Yeah.
like, "Where can we meet somewhere?" And we're like, "Oh, the way station." But I was flying pretty fast, and they
Yeah.
said Circle K.
So meet the ambulance.
Should have went to Quick Trip.
Yeah.
There's a backstory there.
Meet
Anyhow.
meet the ambulance. They get me in the ambulance, which the cops that met us too. They were super impressed with the way the tourniquet was put on, because they're like, "Oh, we heard tourniquet in the 911 call, and we're thinking we're going to show up with like string or a shoelace or something."
Not an actual
But it's
tourniquet.
like an actual tourniquet. So yeah, they get me in the ambulance. We're heading to the hospital. They do the IV and everything, and then get to the hospital. They give me fentanyl, so that was cool. Got to try that.
Sick, dude. That's
Yeah.
always fun.
The guy's
I hear.
The guy's like, here, you're
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Jeez Louise.
the guy's like, here, we're gonna give you some fentanyl. I'm like, huh?
Yeah. Wait, what?
He's like, no, you're fine. And I was like, no, I don't need any. And he's like, no, we're gonna give you some.
He's like, come on, let's party.
I'm like, okay. So I didn't really feel anything of it, but like actually like the tourniquet sucked, but it was like the feeling of like my arm's completely numb, and then it's like starting to curl up too. So by the time we get to the hospital, like my legs are shaking from the pain so much. And then like get to the hospital, they throw another tourniquet on. They loosen that one up just to see what's going on. And as soon as they loosen it, same thing. Just guys are everywhere. And they're like, oh yeah, you hit something.
You're like, no, I was doing this for fun.
No,
Yeah,
doing this for
I
fun.
wanted to spend this kind of money to come see you guys. Yeah, so they do like the CT scan and stuff, and like at this point, my wife's like sending texts out to like I guess everybody. So then there's so many people from church like texting in, and it's like, holy cow, this is crazy. Like a lot of people know about this already. Take me in for the CT scan, come back, and then it was like an hour to get the results.
Jeez.
And they're like, yeah, your artery isn't nicked, or your artery isn't cut, it's nicked, but then it was like nothing, and the bleeding was stopped. I was like,
What?
that's weird. I was like, it's done just like that? And he's like, yeah, so he takes the tourniquet off, and then it's not bleeding anymore, and
He's like, you have super healing powers, dude. Nice,
yeah,
congrats.
that was pretty nuts.
Jeez.
But at the gas station, so when we get there, I got Micah in the front, and the cop comes up. He's like, "Oh, you know, tourniquet they said was put on, you know, really good." He's like, "You guys got like military background or something?" Micah's like, "No, we're just LARPers." Sounds like him. And I'm like, "Wait a second, Isaiah's not a LARPer, okay? We do have some military
We have
training.
one bona fide guy in our group, okay?
Save us from all of that other."
Yeah. So what did we learn?
So that was interesting.
Well, so I'm at home. Dave, you're up next.
I was gonna say, we learned one thing: shot placement in the wrist.
You're fine. You're fine.
Deer will bleed out.
Worth
Just
it.
so good.
No, but I was at home, and all of a sudden, like, I hear banging at my front door. And Ben does the UPS knock. If you guys know what that is, just goo 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 goo. And it's effective though. It is effective. And he's like,
DNR, open up.
no, he's like, Derek cut his.
Sorry.
Hey, that's a little PTSD.
Derek cut his wrist. We had to speed him to the hospital. Can I borrow your phone? And I was like, what? Yeah, he did it during and then it's all the details are crazy swirling around because you're like, I want to know what actually happened. But oh my gosh, I was like,
Yeah.
it sounded very. I mean, it sounds like it would have been pretty freaking serious. I mean,
it was crazy.
it was serious.
Yeah.
But without a tournament, that could have been
Yeah.
really serious.
It was nuts.
Did you get
Like-
lightheaded?
No.
Oh, that's good.
No, I
That's
never
good.
got like it was weird. I felt fine.
Well,
like, the
I
whole
mean,
time.
it
On
all
fentanyl?
happened super fast. So you stabbed yourself, you came inside, and they were actually like, it's really good that you got the tourniquet on right away because if it actually wasn't already, you could have definitely passed out or died.
Yeah.
They're like,
Well, I
you
think
should have
it's-
put it on. So
Well, and I think it's like with the not just like the gun training for hunting season, but it's also like the medical that we've always talked about like preparing for. So it's like you see something like that and instantly you're like, well, that's not good. And it's like instantly you got to do something. You can't just sit there and watch it and hope something is going to be, it's like have the tourniquet after trying to get it to stop with pressure. Pressure wasn't working. So it's like next steps, get it
Yeah.
to stop.
when I went back to your house, I saw an extra tourniquet on your freezer, so I took it.
Yeah, you still have that too.
I do.
But someone in his family bled to death that night because
They
of it.
did. They did at the hospital give me another tournament though. I
nice.
probably have to pay for it, but they did.
It's $400.
So say the $50 tourniquet turned into $200.
Yeah, at least.
Which I think that brings up it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to do like a little like med kind of rundown or tourniquet application.
Yeah, like if you were at the
Like-
meeting and you listened to the conversation, that might have. Yeah.
Hey Ben, you don't get to come on this podcast and take shots at us.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
So
No, that's actually a good idea.
I like to go
Just
over my
read
perspective of this.
Forcing.
Hold on.
I'm interested to hear like your perspective of it. Obviously, Micah's, because Mike, I didn't realize. Like, I knew it was bleeding bad, but to hear Micah say he could hear it coming out,
dude.
I was like, oh, that's something
Movies
different.
aren't lying.
I've never seen a deer bleed that much, let alone a human. So
So let's hear your perspective.
Yeah, so my perspective is I'm just leaving the hospital with the new baby and my wife on our way home just before like the snowstorm starts to really hit. And it's like picking up and we're driving home and we see a white truck and an ambulance parked at the gas station and some guys in orange and whatever they were wearing. And I was like, oh, some hunter probably got shot. And then the random gets a text from Brittany saying, Derek cut his wrist. And I'm like, there's no shot. Like
The season wasn't that bad.
Anybody's thinking about shooting themselves, it's me.
it's all about, I was like, oh, it's probably them. I was like, did they tourniquet it? And I was like trying to like figure out what was going on. So I think I was trying to call Ben and Micah, not knowing they didn't have their phones.
Yeah.
And
left
so,
in a rush.
Yeah, I can imagine. But all I'm hearing is, they put paper towel on it. And I'm like,
He's dead.
What?
He's dead.
He's gone.
I was like,
RIP.
don't they have medical on them? I was like, we do this every year. So I'm there thinking, oh man, I really hope they put a tourniquet or something on it if it's bleeding that bad. 'Cause
Jeez.
I thought it was a slice and not a stab.
Yeah,
just
that's
from
what
hearing
that's
the
what I
story.
assumed as well. Yeah.
And so we're on the way back, and I get home and I unpack the kids and I run over to Derek's place to see, because I was gonna go talk to Brittany and see like how bad is it, like just because I'm worried, I'm concerned about my friend. And she's like, oh yeah, they came in with paper towel and was like, oh, it's not, they're getting pressure on it. And Brittany said something about like, don't you guys have medical or something like that? And then you guys got a tourniquet on it. So, and I was like, well, that's about time. After I was like, they have them on them all the time when we're hunting.
Yeah.
And so I go from inside the house and I take out my phone, as one does, because everyone wants to remember this, right?
Yep.
So before I open the garage door, I hit record and I start walking in and I'm tracking a blood trail. First one of the season. And tracking a blood trail all the way to where the knife and all the blood is sprayed out over all the meat. And I'm just like, really, Derek? On the
Selfish.
How selfish of you to do this.
If you wouldn't mind next time, speaking of phones, if you could at least get a video of it before, just as an example
just
for
for
future
sure.
seasons.
That's why GoPros.
Yeah,
There we go.
Yeah,
We just
the headline.
constantly. No.
Yeah.
Well, with Micah, he's like, he wanted to text Derek and just start making jokes right away or whatever. And
Which
he's
I
like,
really
dude,
appreciate too. So
We're like, we don't
my
even know if
sense
he's
of humor.
alive. Dude.
I'm like, dude, let's give it some time, make sure he's all right. And he's like, but like, when you eat the meat, you can say, take in remembrance of Derek. And I was like, whoa,
David's like, that's sacrilege, bro.
Oh my gosh.
Well, and with that, like in the ambulance too, I made the joke, and my wife didn't find it too funny. But like with that Christian perspective, I'm like, hey babe, I was like, it's not that bad. I'm either going home tonight or I'm going home. Like, it's fine.
she must have loved that.
She didn't think it was
Yeah.
Healthy dose of perspective. Well done.
But to the tourniquet, like, it is important to have them on us. And like this year, I didn't because I switched up my setup. And I'm like, who needs a tourniquet, right? So I didn't have one on me, but Isaiah did some training with me. He's like, you can't, like, I had like 5 tourniquets. I'm like, I'm set. He's like, have you ever had one on you? I'm like, no. He's like, have you ever put one on? I'm like, no, I haven't. And so he's like, you gotta have it on you so then you know how it feels and how tight it has to be. So he like puts it on my leg and he like twists it once. I'm like, oh, it's getting kind of, that's a lot of pressure. And then he like just starts twisting it. And I'm like, oh! And I'm like, man, like Derek not crying or whatever when it's like fully tight. Like Brittany tightened it as much and I like tried turning it and I'm like, no, I think that's good. And she couldn't find a pulse, so I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, geez, that
Nothing
has gotta
spurted
hurt.
out, so we're
Yeah.
good, guys.
In hindsight, you're usually only supposed to twist them like a certain amount until the bleeding stops.
Yeah.
And then like you can slowly back it off if it stops. Like you can undo it a little bit, and if it starts leaking again, then you retighten it up.
Yeah.
But because if you fully tighten those things down, like you can lose your limb. So I was like, I was asking the questions like, I wonder how long that's been on there. Did they take down the time of when they put it on?
It was on like
We did.
I think it was on for an hour and a half
Okay.
total.
Jeez.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it was
There you go.
hour
I
and a
can hear
half.
that sultry voice.
But the people did say it was put on perfectly.
Yeah, they said it was put on like everybody, even at the hospital, they were all super impressed. Yeah, I don't know. It was
Brittany will be accepting an award next
Yeah,
year,
yeah.
next
as
year, I
well.
believe.
I did get to keep the tourniquet. It is hanging on the
Oh,
rifle,
nice. Nice.
Freshly
Sick.
used.
freshly used.
Little
If you
colored.
erase the time, then you'll be able to put a new time
We can
on it.
reuse it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it
It's my lucky tourniquet.
the initial putting the tourniquet on isn't as bad as having it on for like an hour.
Oh, I bet.
Like the longer it's on, it gets worse and worse.
I believe it. I don't want to try it, but I believe it.
Yeah.
Let's try it. We should do that on camera.
Oh, dude. People would
So you could leave it on the longest.
you would love to see you do that. Dude.
I got some MPAs we can try too, if you knows what those are. They go in through your nostril, so doesn't block your
thank you.
airway.
No.
Yeah, it's
that sounds
great.
Yeah,
really
how about we
cool.
just start shoving things down each other's throat?
Yeah.
Drawing blood. Doing all that. Yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah, hard pass. Hard pass until we need to.
Yeah, so we'll do a medical class before next season.
Yeah, we're not going to use a dummy. We're just going to use a person. It could also be a dummy. At the same time. Okay. Do we want to shift into the postseason, or do we have any more stories we want to cover?
I think postseason would be a whole nother episode.
That's what I mean.
Oh,
so that's what I
gotcha.
mean by shift into
Gotcha.
like wrap this one
Well,
up.
so
and then-
we'll come back next week. And,
Yep,
you know,
yep.
we'll-
Next
we'll,
week, wink, wink,
yeah.
everybody. We're gonna be wearing the same clothes. Now they know.
I do wear this shirt a lot, so.
I mean, we probably all wear the same thing.
I'm wearing this tomorrow for church. So.
There you go. Awesome. All right. Well, that will wrap up. I mean, just intro to postseason, I guess.
Yeah, that was it.
All right. Sweet. Peace out.
All right, catch you next time.